the Steel Ring, the Tome of Earth, the Twin Flame Staff. These mid-game drops are not in any way game changers for regular accounts, but we're far from a regular account. This is Lorebound, our restricted Ironman. He's unable to gather, refine, or interact with anything unless the game tells him through dialogue, books, or other in-game text. That means our best melee gear is this, our ranged gear is this, and our magic gear is this. Since we use magic for the Deranged Archaeologist, the gatekeeper of the Steel Ring, we're lacking a little bit on accuracy, but thanks to Iban's staff, we do have enough damage to take him on. Our luck has been far from optimal, though. Why are we after the Steel Ring? Well, our last episode's poll confirms yet again that the quest we began who knows how many episodes ago, Perilous Moons, is still a priority for us, and the Steel Ring has a fantastic defensive stat bonus that might help us push our paltry defense over the line we require to beat the Blood Moon. Our other poll was about these two items, the Tome of Earth and Twin Flame Staff. Why do we need one of these? Well, because Lorebound can't use spells unless, you guessed it, someone tells him about it. The problem? No one ever mentions Earth Blast. Ever. Meaning Family Crest is impossible, and we need to use this spell at minimum once to kill the demon Chronazon. Because both of these items are magic related, difficult to get, and have some sort of a connection to Earth Blast, getting one of these is our way of earning the privilege of using this spell out of context for this one use. We found that while difficult, the Tome of Earth is within grasp, but the Twin Flame Staff, we still need to investigate that. But first, let's get to the spot in the quest that's causing all of this chaos in the first place. Family Crest. I really hate to say it, but for a quest so absolutely important to us, it's really one of those duller quests. Dominithus gave his family crest to his kids before a big battle. He thought they were all dead, but recently he got word that one of his sons, Caleb, was still alive and he was trying to be a chef to the west of the White Wolf Mountain. He wants his family crest back for who knows what reason, and wants his kids to know that he still loves them. Finding Caleb in Catherby, he tells us the crest was split in 3, and each of the 3 sons has a third of it. He's okay with giving us his crest though, since his father asked for it, but he wants our help finishing his fish salad. Gross? Here's your fish. He gives us the crest and tells us Avon, one of his brothers, was last seen east of Lumbridge in the desert, and we should ask some traders there about him. The first trader we saw was the gem trader, who did in fact see him to the north. Yellow Cape can't miss him. Indeed, we can't. Avon wants some perfect gold for a ruby ring and necklace for a certain lady friend. And if we can get this perfect gold jewelry for him, he'll give us his piece. He does have a lead though, so we're not off at square one. It's a dwarf named Boot. He's not over here though. Perhaps he's under another mountain? Fun fact, if you take this rail to Keldegrim, you can then take that rail to the other mine. Okay, wow, he was indeed a tough find. Back in the middle of nowhere. Saboot tells us that this gold can be found only east of Ardoin, but it's not too easy to get to. Well, I mean, we're just gonna have to see for ourselves then, be it Mighty Demon or, Lever Puzzle, yuck. After, that, we get through the doors, protect melee, and mine a couple of the perfect ores. We get a couple rubies from the gem trader, make the jewelry, both fortunately were unlocked, and get his crest piece. The last brother, Jonathan, was out hunting a wilderness demon and was last seen in recovery to the tavern east of Varrock. Quick pit stop, I recall anti-poison was needed for this one, and there is our man and our herbal, Jonathan. One anti-poison later, we come to find a demon, Chronazon, the blood demon, beat the pants off of Jonathan. Literally, the crest is likely with the demon. Is he hard to defeat? For us? Yes, you need to be a skilled mage, and here it comes. Here comes the killer dialogue. You'll need to hit him once with each of the 4 elemental spells of death. Oh, and a poison spider unlock. Thanks, bud. Where can we find him, though? In the wilderness below the obelisk of air. Is that, I didn't know anyone would actually talk about the obelisks. I think that's an unlock right there, like a big conceptual unlock, should we get the crafting level required to make air orbs, that is. Much like air orbs, which are currently out of reach, so is the 1,000 subscriber mark on the channel. If you have not yet subscribed, I highly recommend it to stay up to date with the newest episode releases. Okay, here's the big quest pivot, because we can't kill him. We're officially stuck here. Let's first look into the Earth Blast requirement. According to the polls, you guys want the Twin Flame Staff more than the Tome of Earth, which I agree it makes more sense, but we need to see if it's actually possible first. So let's go check on the Royal Titans. I've never actually been to this area, so I have no idea what to expect. Giant frozen throne, that is neat as hell. And is that a stat board? Perhaps they mention the Titans. Kind of. But a lot like the Barrows brothers, there's no differentiation between the two here. So let's head in and check it out. So there is Eldrick, the Ice King, and Branda, the Fire Queen. Definitely can't hit these guys. There are some pretty cool mechanics I've never seen before, though. Okay, so I need fire spells to melt the ice, and water or ice to melt the fire. That is interesting. Really interesting. Slam attack, so this is unavoidable damage? Okay, making a lot more sense as to why you need to put out the fires. Teleporting out in the brink of death, I'm unfortunately remiss to say that no, the Royal Titans at this time are not killable. If we get a Slayer-specific Royal Titans boss task, then that would work as our key in, but would again lock when the task is out. So unless the bosses drop something that happen to mention their names, this may be specifically a boss Slayer-only encounter for Lorebound. Crossing off the Twin Flame Staff as an option, for now, we'll have to default back to the Tome of Earth. But in the meantime, we still need to unlock Fire Blast. And I only know of one place that it's mentioned, and it's a little bit out of the way. Hello, Lokar. We do not meet the minimum requirements for lunar diplomacy. Yep, our salvation lies on Lunar Isle. But first, we need to pump up some of our numbers. Despite our rapidly increasing magic level, we need one more. Crafting? Yuck. And woodcutting and firemaking, those are going to be minimal issues for us here. Using Water Blast with our Tome of Water, our current Slayer task poses as an incredible XP per hour farm for our purposes. Montage time. The crafting levels took a solid day of world hopping and buying. That was not a pleasant experience. Oh well, it's time for the quest. Lunar diplomacy has us trying to strike up a diplomatic relationship between the Fremennik and the Lunar Isle residents. Unlike Family Crest, though, the dialogue in this quest is quite unique and interesting, but not interesting enough to have you sit through me jumping back and forth between pirates just to give slightly varied responses. Yep, our best mode of transportation to Lunar Isle is by stowing away on a pirate ship that also happens to be jinxed. It's our job to find the source. It's the kid. He was tricked into putting the jinx on several parts of the ship. We just need, oh, nice. Thanks, kid. Okay, it's got no oil. And now it does. Thank you, Mr. Chemist. We tracked down the jinxes and scrubbed them away, but of course not without some trial and error because I don't use quest guides. Eventually, though, we do disembark from Pirate Bay to head to Lunar Island. One cutscene and some unnecessary talking to some random people later, we make our way to the Oneiromancer. How the hell do you say that? I'm Googling that. Turns out it's Oneiromancer and has a really cool meaning behind it. It's a person who interprets dreams to divine or tell the future, which I think is not only really freaking cool, but she can also read minds. So we propose a diplomatic relationship. She says Fremennik aren't exactly known for being too open to things, but I mean, I'm an honorary Fremennik, so she suggests doing a ritual called the View of Self Dream. It takes years to attempt this though, so how about I just try it anyways? she doesn't mind, plus there's quite a bit of prep work involved. I'll need a waking sleep potion, a lunar staff, new unlocks, and ceremonial traveling clothes. She suggests we start with a potion, and we should talk to Baba Yaga in her chicken house. Her what now? Yep, okay, that's not missable. I look at her shop for just a second and do find something of interest that we can actually buy, a Moon Clan manual. For those unaware, books are completely unlocked for us, as that's part of Lorebound, is reading books as a source of information. The writing talks about the prep work we must take to understand the astral path. The Fremennik believed magic to be a possession of the gods, and using the magic of the gods implies a great risk that exceeds the benefit. The people of Lunar Isle, much more sophisticated of course, don't believe that. Through the pages, we discover magic is not actually fueled by runes, but rather allows us to channel the innate magic inside of us, which we are all apparently capable of, except for Lorebound. Okay, so Lorebound dropping lore here. V found the Stone of Jas, and touching the stone, he unlocked his mind to the world of magic. The rocks that were in contact with the Stone of Jas became pure essence, and the pure essence mine located in the basement of Lunar Isle, as it yearned to be something that it was not. After more time, V found a way to actually transform it into the very elements of the universe, thus creating the rune altars. They started with the Astral Temple, or the Astral Rune Altar, and those that walk the astral path prevent it from falling to ruin, as have all its counterparts. This is why you require talismans to enter into the broken ruins of another runic altar, but not the Astral Altar, because it is unsullied by war and still is in one piece. Oh, thank goodness. The book also mentions the Astral Rune. Oh, this actually makes a lot of sense. The altar is an astral rune, a giant dolmen of essence turned into a singular super rune. And when we use the altars to convert pure essence into their various runes, we're actually just copy-pasting the essence formula onto smaller, more portable rune essences that also desire to be something that they're not. That is really cool. So anyways, Baba Yaga, back to the story, Baba Yaga tells us how to make the potion by using guam, marantil, and a suka tooth, ground in this special vial that she then gives us. And man, are the suka tanky. Suka number 2 ends up dropping the tooth. We grind and combine the ingredients to make the potion and head back to the Oneiromancer. Okay, staff next? So we need to take a Drawman staff to the air, fire, water, and earth altars. This is our first mention of the fire altar, which is great. Now we can't access the altar via talisman, but we sure can go through the abyss. Okay, note to self, abyss is dangy, bring a pickaxe. Fire altar, okay, yeah, okay, it's in order. Okay, stick acquired. Now we need an 8-piece set. This is gonna be fantastic. For us specifically, yes, this is gonna fill out a lot of slots. The helmet can be made from ore from the stalagmites in the mines of the cave. Someone in the village has the cape. Meteora has the amulet. The torso, legs, gloves, and boots can all be made from suka hide, and the ring can be obtained by speaking to Celine. Celine, though, gives us a riddle as to where the ring is, buried somewhere. Meteora's amulet is being used as a replacement for her lucky tiara, which was nicked by Asuka. Ring acquired, tiara and some extra hide acquired, a second lucky tiara acquired, ore from the mine in the north acquired. We trade both tiaras for the amulet, tan the hides in town with the tanner, and craft ourselves a set of the armor. Find the cabin boy once again under a spell. Silly child. Track down Pauline, who happens to have the cape. We just need to solve her riddle and guess her real name. Yeah, it's not Dave or Jave, and Roglic sounds like a stroke, so it's likely Jane. Lastly, we superheat the ore into a bar and make our way back to the mainland to forge the helmet. We hand in all the items to the Oneiromancer. She hands back everything, along with some magic kindling from her first magic tree she grew. We just need to pour the potion on the kindling, don the robes and staff, and burn it at the brazier in the center of town. You mean like this? Oh, Oh. Finding ourselves in Dreamland, we're tasked with several trials, all made to teach us about ourselves. And magic, I guess. I don't know, find inner peace or something. I never get tired of that sound. So, we race through obstacles, spot sequential differences, play with a mime, roll some dice, jump through a very long, arduous jump puzzle, and chop some trees. Each one teaches us a lesson, which we report back to the guy in the middle. Each taught us about one of the 6 core lessons. Make sense of others to understand yourself. Relate to others. Use your abilities to progress. Be aware of your past and present to help us in the future. Harness your confidence and appreciate the unknown. And of course, our final challenge is beating ourselves, literally. Reporting back to the Neuromancer, she's hella impressed with us. She says that if the Fremenic are anything like me, that peace is indeed possible, and she welcomes us to use the altar behind us to make astral runes and to use their spells. I only must pray at the altar to gain the knowledge. Well, sorta. For normal players, that's true. Quest complete. Now, why did we have to do this quest for Fire Blast? Well, believe it or not, lunar diplomacy is only the prerequisite. We need to start, not complete, but start the Dream Mentor for our goal. Oh, damn. We need 85 combat. That's a hard lock on combat. Oh, wow. Okay then. On the upside, we got some sick new magic armor, which is almost on par with mystic armor, so at least our mage game is improving. The Slayer rework also just dropped, and now we're closer than ever to that like a boss perk, so this gear is going to likely become very useful to us. Well, the poll has it. We're spending our entire cash stack getting our Iban staff recharged again, and a big pile of death runes ready, cause we're going back to the Archaeologist. And we look hella sick. I'm sure the kills are going to be even faster now. Montage!
Dying on my hardcore Ironman. Completed.
Well, crap. I mean, at least we can get back to lunar gear is destroyed on death. That's fantastic. Yep, this sucks again. I ran out of dig site pendants too, so the trips are kinda long, and let's hit the crab for some gems. Or get out DPS'd in every world. Did the crab change how it works? Okay, well, how about we mine some stars then? I forgot this was an option. Yep, that was worth my time. And that, my friend, marks 250 whopping kills, and we are no closer to the ring than when we started. This is awful. I do want to get my lunar gear back, absolutely, but it's such a trip out of the way. I don't know if you can remake it again. Do you have to buy it back? I don't know. Do I want to never do this boss again? Absolutely. I swear, if I don't get the ring by the end of this Iban staff, I am going to Britain myself to... Holy shit, I wasn't expecting it. It's done. Oh my gosh, 252 kills. Oh, look at those stats! I never want to see this island again. I never want to see Fossil Island again. I'm sick and tired of the fossil. It's done! Oh my gosh! Oh, why did that take so long? Look at what I had to. Look at my gear that I had to. Here, let's. This is the gear. Plus 32 magic attack. Burning through runes like no tomorrow. Just, it's done. Oh, I can finally, okay, we gotta run some perilous moons, see if I can get this done now. Yeah, so the train ain't stopping there now. Gearing up, we head back to the Blood Moon to try our luck again. Hopefully, our new ring pushes us just past the minimum. I think it's hitting less. It's kind of hard to tell because when he does hit, it still hits really hard. As per normal, our food and health diminish. At 170 health, we're sitting at just a little over half an inventory left. Jaguar's at 83 health, and we still have a couple Bream left. This is looking promising. 36 health. Entering the blood phase, we hit him down to 14 health, but then he begins to heal. All we need is one lucky miss, and Blood Moon could be as good as ours. I feel it. We run it back, and I said oh no. And this This is why I don't play hardcore Ironman. I do not trust my Canadian internet infrastructure enough to try something as crazy as a one-life game mode. I swapped to mobile to collect my things while the hour of internet outage passed. I feel like the bonus accuracy from the attack potion might also be worth one less bream if I were to use that at the end. Oh look, our old attack potion from last run, might as well merge those together. We passed that 170 health threshold to about 160 and our food is on track yet again. The Jaguars top us off and we begin our assault. Hit, splash, splash, hit, splash. The third heal is not proccing and his health is gradually decreasing. 154 health, blood pimple phase. Damn it, I got bopped by a pimple. Hope this isn't the difference between victory and defeat. Barraged by damage, we get him to 108, and our special bar is almost full. But I'm going to delay the special proc. I think it would be better to have a stronger defense buff in the last moments. He absolutely beats our teeth on this one, but his healing does seem to be capping. Some lucky hits and some misses near the end of that bout, and we can see it. 74 health. I wait for the pimple phase to be at its end and spec for Camelot. Okay, well, that was poor performance. 58 health and a dream. I heal up and get ready. 47 health. Big hit. Down to 33. Healed to 48. Smacked down to 37. Healed to 47. Our food is gone, but he is at 40 health. I sip another dose of our attack potion, topping up. It is now or never. We enter the combat phase. 36 health to our 56. 31. 22. Heal, but down to 10. One lucky shot and I got it. We got it. We did it. We did it. The blood moon. The blood moon is defeated. We make our way back to Ayatali, who indeed, it is done. Our companions wish to speak with us, but frankly, the dopamine in my brain is like, right now, so Jessamine plans to research some more. Zoom is apologetic, but his renewal rights he performed does verify there's likely a connection between this place and renewal. Lastly, Atala is grateful. Who cares? Ayatali, there we go. Thanks us for repairing the seal. She suggests claiming our reward and aiding us again if we desire more reward. Quest complete. Holy balls, that's 40,000 Slayer experience. Well deserved if I do say so myself. Approaching the chest, we get Atlatl darts. That is an unusable unlock until we get the bow, but I mean, by golly, it's nice to have that one. Oh, wow, that is a lot of Harlander. On my way out, because I remembered the comment, I decided to check the boxes again for those notes. And yes, indeed, there are mentions of the special potion in the herbalist notes, made from crushed up grub and combat enhancing potions. I think that's the combat potion unlock as well. This is pretty great. If we can now just get the goat horn unlock. Back in our most used bank in East Ardoin, I thought it would be kind of cool to show you the kill logs, Perilous Moon's loot, and we can see that below is the Archaeologist drops. Many of the rune drops were alked to run it back, but you can bet those dwarf weed and whiteberries are going to come in handy one day. Just wish we had a crystal key mention though, as I would love to use these keys to get some dragon stones. Well, since the Twin Flame Staff is unfortunately unreachable, unless we get a lucky Slayer task from the boss perk, we could still get lucky with the Huey Kawaddle. Yeah, so I was pretty fortunate that I logged in last episode when the parties were fairly small. This is not good. So, I'll play another kill in the background while we talk. We gotta ramp up our crush damage, so let's talk upgrades. Option 1 and 2 start the same. We grind up our stats to unlock the Warriors Guild, which is only 5 levels each away, and the potion store in the Warriors Guild is gonna be a great boost for us. We can also get the Dragon Defender and find a one-handed crush weapon to substitute for our spear. The Sarachnis Cudgel, hold on, let me check something real quick. Let's scratch that. I can only get the Cudgel unless Sarachnis is unlocked by the boss Slayer task. That leaves dragon weapons. So there's the mace, the battle axe, the warhammer, and maybe the hasta would be upgrades for the spear here, as we need to work our way up to 85 combat. Anyways, we could do Konar tasks as soon as we unlock that, specifically to unlock a variety of specific enemies, revamp our Slayer points because Slayer rework, and then maybe get lucky with either a boss task or a hasta drop, maybe a leaf-bladed axe or something else around that option. That is option 1. Option 2 starts the same, Konar, Guild, Defender. But instead of continuing the Slayer training, we pivot to the Fremnik Isles. We get our defense to 55, unlock the Helm of Nidasnoth, and then revisit the Moons of Peril. With potions, the helmet, and a defender, I feel like Blood Moon should be considerably more manageable. We'll shoot for the dual maracas or the Blue Moon Staff. Both have huge crush upgrades for us. Option 3 is completely different. The Glacial Tomatlis, or Ice Maracas, I think are behind the Heart of Darkness quest, which really isn't too far off. It's a quest that would give us access to the Amoxliatl, a new boss, and the Pendant of Apes, which would be great transportation for us to unlock. The Ice Boppers are also a double-hit weapon, which is particularly effective against the Huicoatl and would be a major upgrade specifically for this boss, which in my opinion is the most direct route that we have without over-leveling the account. Lastly, option 4 is way different, having us continue down the path of the mage. We could alternatively unlock Earthbolt. The Huicoatl is moderately weak to earth attacks, how much I really don't know, but this unlock would in consequence also unlock some pretty good prayer gear, which would be helpful for future Slayer grinds, and there is a chance during our Huicoatl grind that we get a Dragon Hunter wand before the book, and this would directly benefit from that. Unlike other episodes, I feel so satisfied with our progress here. We finally got over our 2 major hurdles, and we can finally zone in on completing the family crest, albeit in a roundabout way, but that's the plan for now. Thank you so much for watching today's episode, and a special thank you is going out to all of our High Alchemy channel members, Ahumaya, Harry Enjoys Ducks, Rivacious, Nantuko Avatar, and our newest member, One Green Fig. If you want to support the channel and have not yet subscribed, please do so. We are so close to 1,000 subscribers that it is a huge milestone for us, and I will see you guys in the next one. Toodles!